Mount Takadate Observatory. It was more like a tower than an observatory, or so he thought as he descended the large spiral staircase inside. He'd heard rumours of the place being a popular suicide spot, and, as such, there were countless rumours of the observatory being haunted as well. "I heard that you can see the ghost of a woman with a broken neck standing by the window," one of his friends said as they descended. "Yeah? Well, I heard that there's the ghost of a man who stares at people the entire time they're inside," said another. Normally, such talk would get under his skin, particularly being in such a known haunted location, but it was bright and sunny outside, so they all laughed about it instead. And it wasn't like they saw any ghosts while they were looking around anyway, so the stories had to be just that. Stories. They left the observatory and walked around for a bit outside when he felt a strange sensation on the bottom of his feet. Ignoring it, he kept walking, but then his foot got stuck to the ground and he felt resistance when he tried to pull it up. It was just like he'd stepped in gum. "Oh, what the hell?" he thought, annoyed that someone would throw gum away in a place like this. "Hey, wait up! I stepped on some gum," he called out to his friends that were still walking away. But checking the bottom of his shoe, there was nothing there. Other than some dirt, it was perfectly clean and showed nothing that would have matched the strange resistance he felt. But he had most definitely stepped on something. He felt it. He had to struggle to lift his foot. Yet there was nothing on the bottom of his shoe. What was going on? Maybe it was stuck to the ground instead of his shoe. He checked, but there was nothing on the ground either. It was like he'd imagined the whole thing. "What's going on?" his friends asked. Nothing," he replied, confused, and just like that, they went home. But still, he couldn't stop thinking about it. They say that when you speak of ghosts, ghosts will find their way to you. They had been laughing and chatting about ghosts in the observatory, a well-known suicide spot, so did that mean that the spirits of those who died there had made their way to him, and, perhaps, tried to keep him from leaving? Mount Takadate Observatory can be found in Tsuruoka City, Yamagata Prefecture, on a rather small mountain only 273 meters high. It's located in Shonai Kaihin Prefectural Natural Park and is surrounded by beautiful scenery, having also been selected as one of the best 100 forests in the country for forest bathing. Taking a peaceful walk through a forest to relax and recover one's mental and physical health. But as you can no doubt guess from its inclusion on this channel, the observatory located at the top of the mountain is also a well-known ghost spot. In fact, many consider it to be one of the most famous haunted locations in all of Japan. During the Warring States period, the Daihoji clan built a castle on this same mountain called Oyama, or Ora Castle. Although that castle no longer exists, there are still some who blame it for the many spirits and supernatural occurrences that happen there today. Some claim that the Muto clan, which has also since been wiped out, were the last to make the castle their base, and they employed an onmyoji to put up wards to protect them from evil. Yet, when the clan fell, so did the wards, and with nothing to keep the evil spirits and monsters out, they flooded back to the mountain to reclaim it. A terrifying story, for sure, but it's also just that. Still, Mount Takadate Observatory is known for an incredible number of hauntings, whether that's because of an onmyoji's wards failed or not. It's claimed to be a popular suicide spot, with people choosing to jump from the tower or hang themselves from a great height. But once they do, their spirits are unable to leave and they continue to hang around, haunting visitors to the area. Perhaps two of the most famous spirits known to hang around the observatory are the woman with a broken neck who can be seen sitting at the top of the staircase or looking out the window at the top, and a hanged man who stares at visitors from areas of the observatory unseen. Some also claim that if you climb to the top of the observatory and look down at the ground below, then you'll see a sea of spirits looking back up at you, perhaps waiting for you to join their ranks. Others claim that sometimes you can hear a strange clanging sound at the top of the tower, almost like a pair of Geta shoes walking over iron that nobody has yet been able to find an explanation for. The remnants of yet another long-lost spirit, or something more normal that has yet to be uncovered? Nobody knows. You should also be careful taking photos in or around the observatory. It's said that if you take a photo of inside the observatory from the entrance, then you might just capture a man's face lurking inside. If you take a photo of the mountain itself, it's possible you might capture numerous ghostly orbs from some of the many spirits that inhabit the mountain. And if you go a step further and record video, you might capture the ghostly moans of a female spirit as well. But that's not all. There's a tunnel on the same mountain that's dim and creepy during the day, and it's said that a particular female ghost likes to haunt it. When digging another nearby tunnel in the past, there was a landslide that buried numerous people alive, and as such, you can now find a Jizo statue placed at the entrance in memorial. Yet, that doesn't seem to have appeased those who died, and even today, you can occasionally spot ghostly faces and hear creepy moans coming from the tunnel. And it's also said that after 1 AM, you can even spot the ghost of a man missing a face and right hand, holding a pickaxe in his left, who died inside. In yet another incredibly small tunnel in a nearby village, it's said that a taxi driver was once killed there, and ever since, you can sometimes see his ghostly face appear on the wall near the exit as you try to pass through. An exit he was never able to make himself. Back on the mountain itself, there is a popular tale about two ghostly children who, when you see them, will ask you the time. Yet, when you look at your watch to tell them the time, suddenly they'll disappear. Who these children are and where they came from remains unknown. But after all this, if you still haven't run into any ghosts, then many claim you should simply enter the public toilets outside the observatory. There, you will be guaranteed to find one. And in addition to all that, if the numerous spirits that haunt not just the observatory, but the entire mountain and surrounding areas aren't enough, you can apparently also spot the flashing red lights of an ambulance going up and down the mountain to retrieve the bodies of those who have taken their own lives up there. Whether it's an actual ambulance or something a little more supernatural, well, there's often no way to tell. Nobody is quite sure why Mount Takadate Observatory and its surrounding areas have such a wide variety of ghost stories. It's almost comical how many hauntings you can apparently run into in just this one small area. It's hard to pinpoint these hauntings simply on an old warring states period castle being destroyed, as many of those were destroyed around the country and they didn't end up being ghost hotspots. It's also hard to blame just the observatory itself. While it's known as a popular suicide spot, there are few reports of actual deaths there. It seems likely that the creepy atmosphere of the mountain, being located next to the Sea of Japan and in such a large forest, helped contribute, as there are numerous sounds, the wind, the trees, the waves, that can be disconcerting, particularly at night. Others have also blamed the two TV towers on the mountain. After all, tall towers disturb the feng shui energy of a place, and this type of disturbance alone can attract spirits to an area. It's why you often hear of TV towers around the country being eerie, unsettling, or even haunted areas. Add in the location's history, and then people's love of ghost stories, and it seems we have a site that has continued building its own lore over the years to become the massively haunted location we know it as today. But what did you guys think of this one? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you again next time.